Hello everyone, welcome back once again where we talk all about how you can excel in your IELTS exam. In today's video, I will be giving you some tips related to your reading section when you are attempting a computer-based IELTS exam. So I will make another video in which I will cover the tips for the reading exam when you are taking in a paper-based method. But here in today's video, we will be solely learning about how you can enhance your productivity when you are attempting to give IELTS reading exam in a computer-based format. So without a further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that is there on a computer-based exam, and which is something that I really appreciate, is that your screen will be divided into two segments. On the left pane, you will find your passage, and on the right hand side, there will be the questions. And there is no separate section where you have to mark your answers. You will just read and there'll be some multiple choice questions or true or false or yes, no, not given, match the following, whatever it is, you are able to mark it there and then. So, it really saves the time to transfer your answers. So that is one thing, which leads me to the first and foremost point that you should take care of, which is time management. Now we all know that IELTS reading exam consists of 40 questions for a total of 60 minutes. For those of you who are native English speakers or who have been in the English environment since a long time, the time might be just enough for you to be able to complete the exam and even recheck on your paper. However, if you are someone who has English as their second language and who is not so fast in your English language, then you will require some time management skills to complete your paper in 60 minutes. What is generally suggested is that you give 20 minutes to each section. There are 3 passages, so each passage should get 20 minutes. But let me tell you that I do not think that that is how you should approach your IELTS exam, solely because the passage that is given to you in the beginning of your test, like the first passage, will be comparatively easier than the last passage. The difficulty level increases as you move further in your exam. So, the difficulty level of the passages increases from first to second to third. So, I would not suggest that you dedicate 20 minutes to your first passage. You can do the first passage within 12 to 15 minutes and save the 5 minutes for your third passage, because the third passage will be fairly complex and it can require, or it will actually require, more than 20 minutes, and you can save some time from your first passage. And let me tell you that when you are giving a computer-based exam, it becomes a bit easier because the time is being reflected on top of your screen. So you can always just check in what is the time on the top of the screen or how much time is remaining for you, and you can increase or decrease your speed accordingly. The next tip that I would like to give you is to increase your vocabulary. Read as many passages as you can. Read as many novels as you can. Read newspapers, read articles. Just try to enhance your vocabulary. Why I am saying this is because when you're reading a passage and when you're reading the question, you will not get maximum number of times, you will not get the same words in your question, okay? It will generally be the synonym of the word. So you have to be familiar with the meaning of the word as well as some of the synonyms that go with the word, okay? So, this will only come if you are having a vast variety, vast vocabulary for the English language, so that you're able to recognize that, okay, these two words actually mean the same, because that is one trick that the IELTS people give, and which is they change the words. The meaning is the same, but they use synonyms. In the word in the passage is something else, the word on the question paper or the question is something else. So you have to increase your vocabulary in order to answer. The third tip that I would like to give you is don't jump into reading the passage directly. Instead, first glance through the questions, see what the questions is looking for, and then go on to the passage to check where you can find an answer to this question. Why I am saying this is because Say for example, there are several dates. It's a historical passage and there are several dates. You can go to a question and you might find that, okay, this particular date or this particular year is being referred in this particular passage. So you will get a hint that, okay, if question number 3 has its answer in paragraph 2, then question number 2 will have its answer either above it, like in the paragraph 2 itself, or in paragraph 1. So the questions are asked sequentially. Okay, so if you get a hint of even one question that, okay, this question has an answer in this particular paragraph, then the questions that are below it will have its answer below in the remaining paragraphs, and the questions that are above it will have their answers in the paragraph before where you found the answer. You are understanding, right? So it is directly proportional. So if it is a question number 1, very likely you will get an answer in the first paragraph or in the second paragraph. It comes sequentially. So you can go first by reading the questions and then searching for that particular question or that particular answer, just like that. Go in the reverse method rather than reading the entire passage, because you will forget. The passages are long. You might forget that, yes, I had read about this somewhere, but I don't know which passage. So you will have to re-go and reread your passage multiple times. So this technique will help you save some time. The next technique or the next tip is that when you find a particular sentence that has the answer to your question, please read it multiple times, because generally IELTS is checking your English and your comfortability with the language. So it is not always straightforward. Maybe in the questions that are in the beginning of the exam, like in the 1 to 40 questions, maybe question number 1, 2 till 5, they will be direct. But when you reach to the mid of the exam, you will find that these questions are a bit twisted. They might seem like they're asking this, but they might be asking something else. This does happen, and that is why if you are in a rush, if you are in a hurry, you might be on the correct statement of the passage. However, you might end up writing the wrong word, transferring the wrong word to the place where you have to put your answer. So please reread the sentences over and over again. Try to understand what the sentence is saying, what are the different words used in the sentence, and at the same time go and read the question over and over again. Try to understand what is there in the question, what they are asking and what is missing, and then transfer the answers. The fifth tip that I would like to give you is always use a particular English vocabulary. If you are using American English, use that only. And if you are using British English, use that only. Please do not mix them up. So yeah, that's all that I have for you in today's video. If there is any other point that you feel you found helpful and you used that tip technique in your exam, please put them down in the comment section. If there's any other topic that you want me to cover in a video, please put them down as well in the comment section. And if there is any other doubts, queries, concerns, put them down as well. I'll try to answer each and every one of you, and I'll come again tomorrow with another new video. Till then, stay tuned. Take care. Bye.